done with that 60, gotta go to the bank. You feel me?
It on individually. One issue, one vote. This is what we wanted. We the people have been heard. And we know that this is in thanks to X. You have to give it some sort of credit. The amount of Americans, of citizens who have vocalized how they feel about what is happening in Congress in general and how we deserve to have some sort of idea of what they're voting on, since it's our hard-earned money that goes to pay for every single thing they vote on. It has been heard, and I haven't been paying attention to politics for the longest. You guys know that. I've only been in for a couple of years, really kind of seeing what's going on as a reformed libtard is what I like to call myself here. I don't know if this is the first time that something like this has gone to a policy by policy vote. If this is the first, or if this happens often and this isn't really that big a deal, but the fact that you have some of the biggest names on X making a big deal about it makes me think this is the first time that this has happened, where the government is having to kind of sit back. Right, well, it's not going to work the way we want it to work, because they're trying to hide all kinds of shit in these bills, in these CR bills, and they're realizing that if they don't do something, that the government will shut down. And although we the people probably would not mind that, because then that means nothing is going to happen before Donald Trump gets into office, and once he's in office things would pick back up, that may be okay. But I know a lot of people also don't want government to shut down, because there are some things that would be affected by it, right? So the fact that they are now going, listen, we'll take a one-by-one vote on this, I think is absolutely amazing. It also means, from what I can gather from this, that if you're doing a policy-by-policy vote, they have to lay all that shit out on the table. They can't try to hide $900,000 for a gay retirement home in there. They can't try to hide $2 million or $2 billion to build a new stadium in Washington, D.C. They can't hide tuition money in the millions for Egyptian students in Egypt. Like, you can't hide those things if you're going policy by policy. Now, from what I do understand is that this is supposed to be a continuance resolution, I think is what it's called, the CR, continuance resolution. And it's only supposed to be something that keeps the government going for the next couple weeks, until January 20th, I thought is the right date. I could be wrong on that. I'm not 100% positive. It's only supposed to be that. It's not supposed to be this omnibus, is what people have been calling it, that Mike Johnson and Hakeem Jeffries have somehow worked together to try to fuck all of the American citizens with. It's supposed to be just this tiny little thing that they go, okay, yes, we will make sure that this goes and this goes and this goes to keep the government running and to keep these things in place, not hide in a bunch of shit to get approved before Biden leaves and Trump comes in and then has to take over all this crap that got shoved into this omnibus, CR, whatever. So the fact that they are now having to go policy by policy is going to be huge, because we the people will now get to see exactly what they are voting on, as opposed to it being hidden inside 1,600 pages, or hell, even 160 or 190 pages. We get a one by one, which I'm okay with. So you have Elon Musk posting about it. You have Benny Johnson and Colin Rugg and all these other people on X posting about how this is going on, and it's great. So Eric Doherty, I can't ever say his name. He said, update, House GOP is splitting the spending bill into smaller pieces, allowing each piece to pass/fail individually. Again, that is exactly what we want. And that is them voting on the third spending bill as government shutdown looms. Again, 50-50 on if it's better to shut it down or to find ways to keep it going. But this is what led up to it. So before all this, I had this whole thing set up for you guys to kind of show exactly what got kicked to the curb yesterday. But first, I want you to hear this. Chuck Schumer has just signaled for the Democrats to shut the government down. Now, this was right before they decided to go policy by policy. So this was about an hour ago, whereas 15 minutes ago is when they decided to go policy by policy. Let's see if I can get this. Stop. Let's get the volume up here so you guys can hear. I assume this is still backwards, because you know how YouTube likes to do live streams lately.
It's time to go back to the original agreement we had just a few days ago. It's time the House votes on our bipartisan CR. It's the quickest, simplest, and easiest way we can make sure the government stays open while delivering critical emergency aid to the American people.
And that's the other reminder here, Anna. Democrats still control the Senate for the next couple of weeks. There are about 13 hours to go before the...
Okay, so there's that. Democrats do control the Senate for the next couple of weeks until Donald Trump is in and things change over. They do control the Senate. So you have Chuck Schumer basically saying that the only thing that should be put through is that 1,600-page omnibus that Mike Johnson swore up and down would not be presented, and there it was. And that is crazy to me that he's saying either that or we shut down. There is no in between for him. Thankfully, though, since he made that comment, the people in the room said, no, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go policy by policy. I think that takes a lot on both sides, on the Democrat side and the Republican side, to go policy by policy, because then you get to see how each person votes policy by policy also. And I think that is a huge deal. Seeing how each individual votes for whatever policy comes up gives you a better idea of what they find to be most important right now and for the American people, or not for the American people. Keep that in mind, because on top of this, y'all, on top of this, Biden today, oh shit, I forgot. Okay, so listen, leading up to this, the whole thing I was gonna do here, look, this is, I'm not gonna play the volume, but this is Joe Biden and Jill Biden and some random child. I don't know who that is, and I'm sorry for all the glare here. It's because I'm in my car outside. I don't know who that random child is, but this is Joe Biden and Jill Biden. Instead of being in Delaware right now, they hopped on Air Force One and went back to the White House last night. Kamala Harris, who was supposed to be in California last night, or shipped off to California last night, canceled her California plans and went back to the White House. Both of them have gone back to the White House at a time where neither of them would. Now, people are saying it's because of the possible government shutdown, right? But there's also the fact that Russia is bombing the crap out of Ukraine. So that might have something to do with it as well. You have Russia launches ballistic missile attack on Ukraine and Kiev, or I never know how to say that correctly. But this is Kamala Harris's, let's see if I can get this to play correctly. I don't know what's happening here. This is her like motorcade about to go by, where she is leaving wherever she's going. That video sucks. It's not doing what it's supposed to do. It's not videoing correctly. But either way, this is Kamala Harris abruptly canceled her Christmas vacation trip to California and returned to the White House. Subsequently, Joe Biden canceled his vacation, which he was expected to be in Delaware for after the holidays. It is highly unlikely that both Joe and Kamala would cancel their holiday trips simultaneously. That does not happen unless there's something going on, right? It says either there will be a change of guard in an attempt to sabotage Donald Trump's 32 days out from being sworn in, or Biden had some kind of medical emergency, or we are going to war. I'm going to bank on number 3. Personally, that feels more accurate, because we saw Biden walking off the plane with Jill holding some little girl's hand. I'm hoping it's a granddaughter or something like that. Kamala Harris going back, I don't know what the point is. She's been the most useless VP in the history of vice presidents. But whatever the circumstances are, it's not going to be good, because here you have the vice president, office of the vice president. You had her daily guidance here. Her daily guidance for yesterday was that she would be in Washington, D.C., where she'll receive briefings and conduct internal meetings with staff. Those meetings will be closed press. At 9:15, she was supposed to depart Washington, D.C. en route to Los Angeles. The departure from Joint Base Andrews will be closed press. That's what was supposed to happen. And she was supposed to show up in California, in L.A., around 11:35 last night. But then they did an update. And in this update, it says this evening, the vice president will not travel to Los Angeles, California, and will remain in Washington, D.C. But why? Is it because of the shutdown looming? Which I would say no, because the first bill that got kicked to the curb, you would think they would have come back then. The second one getting kicked to the curb, obviously it's closer to shutdown day, but it's crazy to me that this is happening at this time. Sorry, hold on for me 1 second, guys. I can't get that. It doesn't work. My phone's not letting me do stuff. It's crazy that this is where we are. I want to know why they're going back. Is it because of Russia, Ukraine? Is it because of the possible government shutdown or whatever else? So then you have on top of this, hold on, let's get to where we were. This is, Doge posted this yesterday, meaning Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy posted on X. The new continuing resolution spending bill is $100 116 pages versus the original 1547. And this is what they put through yesterday. They got voted no by 30 Republicans, okay? It said no pay raise for Congress, no transfer of the football stadium land, no global engagement center extension, no section on pandemic preparedness and response, no language change for justice-involved individuals. Remember, I don't know if I mentioned it before, but they wanted to take the word, what was the word they wanted to get rid of? No, not like culprit or suspect or something. They wanted to take out the wording so it didn't sound so bad when you did something wrong, and they wanted to change it to justice involved individual, but I can't remember what word it was that they were going for. But even those things got turned down yesterday. I don't know what's in this current bill that they are now going through section by section. It's possible that it is the same one from yesterday and they're going back through it individually, but I haven't seen Benny Johnson or Colin Rugg or anything, or even Laura Loomer post about exactly what is in this one that they are going through right now. Elon Musk hasn't given any individual information on it either, so I'm not quite sure what's going on there. But here's the problem. The people we have in charge of spending in the offender, that's the word, thank you, Caleb. The people that we have in Congress right now that are making the most decisions are Democrats, and they do not have the betterment of the citizens or the country at heart. They have the betterment of corporations and their pocketbooks and other countries at heart. The money that they were trying to give out to numerous other countries is absolutely crazy. On top of that, you have right now Joe Biden saying that he is going to give another $1.2 billion to Ukraine. That came out this morning. That's why he's back in the White House, probably. Biden to send Ukraine one last $1.2 billion taxpayer-funded assistance package. And that is kind of, I feel like it's his last fuck you to the United States of America. It's not even to the Democrats, it's to all of us. And that seems pretty shitty, whether you are Republican or Democrat or independent. It feels pretty crappy to have your current sitting president
screw us,
like willfully give you the F off on his way out of office because of the Democrats that pulled the coup and pushed him out. Yeah, we don't like him because he's trash, but at the same time, you can't sit there and say that you are a president of the United States and you're a president for the people and all the people, and you're doing everything you can to make the United States safe and good and prosperous and whatever else, and then completely dick it over on your way out of the White House. It's absolutely crazy to me. He has no qualms with destroying everything so that Donald Trump has to inherit this shit show that he's going to inherit. So on top of $1.2 billion taxpayer funded package for Ukraine, he also just today, Biden forgives another $4.28 billion in student debt for 54,900 borrowers. Okay. It says here, the Biden administration announced on Friday, which is today, that it would forgive another $4.28 billion in student loan debt. The relief is a result of fixes the U.S. Department of Education made to the once troubled public service loan forgiveness program. Here's the problem. Let me explain what the problem here is. We are going to have to inherit that $4.28 billion in student debt that is being forgiven, which is what's crazy to me. A lot of people don't like the word fair, but we're going to go with the word fair. It is not fair for people to have their loans forgiven when other people did not have their loans forgiven. Plenty of people have already paid off their student loans. Plenty of people have lost their homes, lost their cars, lost numerous things because of student loans. Plenty of people are living paycheck to paycheck because of student loans. And then just because some of these people are, public service, they get to just completely wipe away their student loans. Why is that how this works? What about the people who are, I don't know what they consider public service. I don't know if that means firefighters and police officers, or if that's garbage people, like garbage truck workers. Like who exactly do they consider public service? Because anybody who has a job that is helping anybody in any way, shape, or form, whether it's from retail all the way up to a CEO of a company, they're technically, in my opinion, considered public service. You're doing something that works for the public, right? So to cancel these out, it's kind of a slap in the face to everybody who they don't consider public service. It's a slap in the face to everybody who has paid their bills. It's a slap in the face to everybody who still has to pay their bills. And then you have people who are graduating high school this year who are going to want to go into college next year. And they're going to be like, well, do I have to go into public service in hopes of getting a loan forgiven? I'm going to stick with the word fair, and I don't think it's fair. We should either have free college for everybody, or if you decide to go to college, you need to pay your college bill. Like, that's how it works. I didn't go. I refused to pay that kind of money for something I didn't know if I would want to do for my lifetime, or if it would ever pay me enough to repay the student loans. But I worked in a corporate field where without a 4-year degree, I should not have held any of the positions I did, and I held them anyway because I was good at my job and I worked my way up. And there's ways around everything. I'm not knocking anybody who went to college, anybody who's paying tuition. My husband has a degree and he's still paying student loans, and it's absolutely shitty. But his degree is in business, and that's not considered public service, I guess, so he's still having to pay. But it's the money coming out of my pocket to pay for somebody else's college is kind of what bothers me. And it may sound selfish, it may sound whatever, but the more debts that are forgiven, the more bills that they sign in that cost us money, whether it's this money for Ukraine, whether it's the student loan forgiveness, whether it is anything, it all comes out of our money at the end of the day. So voting on these things should be a definite. For Biden to forgive the debt, it should be voted on individually out of everything else. Again, so that we can say yay or nay. And then you can see how people vote. Because if people are voting yay to give more money for Ukraine, guess who I don't want to vote into whatever position they're in next year? That person who is saying that the citizens of Ukraine are more important than the citizens of the United States of America should not hold any kind of office whatsoever in the United States government. That's how I feel about it. And I don't care if that makes me a shitty person. Everything should be taken care of here first before anywhere else. You fix your home before you worry about your neighbors. That's how it works. And our government seems to have forgotten that. They work for us. They don't work for these other countries, yet the Biden-Harris administration only seems to work for these other countries. They don't give two shits about us, and it gets old real quick. So, on top of that, this is what Gunther Eagleman posted about 47 minutes ago. He said Mike Johnson is a traitor because House Speaker Mike Johnson reaches across the aisle to start negotiations on a spending bill compromise with Hakeem Jeffries and Democrats hours before a government shutdown, and they called it ridiculous. Which at that point in time may be the case, but now you step back and you look at the fact that they are doing a bill by bill or whatever, a portion by portion vote. Maybe Mike Johnson reaching across the aisle to Hakeem Jeffries was a positive. It obviously did something to get us to where we are. So I know that's not going to be a popular opinion, but a lot of people are either Democrat or Republican, and it's screw that side or screw that side. I only care about this side. I don't care about that side, whatever. But the only way to make this country work the way it's supposed to is if we can all figure out how to get along. Can't we all just get along? I don't even remember who said it, but it's true. We have to figure out how to work together to make things work. And it's always about crapping on each other or saying no just because they want it, or saying yes just because they want it. That's not the right way to do things. There has to be compromise along the way, but we don't have to compromise. I don't think anybody, the Democrats or the Republicans, should compromise when it comes to the American citizens. There should be no compromise that we come first before people in Ukraine, before people in Israel, before people in Pakistan, before people in Lebanon, before people in freaking Laos. I don't care where. We should always come first. It is our taxpayer money, and we should have a say on how it's being spent. It should be spent here at home first, and once everything's taken care of, once our veterans are taken care of, once our homeless population has been worked out, once all of our roadways are fixed, once all of our bridges are fixed, once all of our food supply is fixed, and we are good to go, then we can worry about other countries and what's happening within their walls. Until then, no, here first. So I think that when Donald Trump comes in, I'm hoping, let me rephrase. I am hoping that when Donald Trump comes in, we have a better chance of cohesiveness, might be the right word here. Of instead of being left and right, it is the American people. Instead of it being Democrats and Republicans, it's the American people. That's what we need. We need Democrats who are for America, just like Republicans who are for America. Not Democrats who are only there to be against Republicans, and not Republicans who are only there to be against Democrats. That's how we end up where we are. Both sides are wrong numerous times, and both sides can be right sometimes. It just depends, right? But I think it's a huge deal that they are, like I said, going policy by policy. That's the word I was looking for, and voting on it policy by policy, because I want to see exactly what each thing is going through and being yayed or nayed, and I want to see how people are voting for it, because again, that should be a benchmark for how we the people vote the next time somebody gets to be voted into where they are, because they're calling for a oh, what's that word? Sarah, somebody help me out. What's the word they're calling for? They wanted to have a, oh, doesn't it start with a P? I can't think of the word right now to save my life. Parla something. I don't know. I've lost it. It's not a big deal. But after 30-something people voted no against yesterday's bill that was put forth, they were saying we need to have a new vote or something on the people themselves. And I can't remember what it's called.
Primary.
Parlay. Thank you, Greg. Parlay. They wanted to have a parlay. And I don't know that that's really the answer before Trump is in office, right? Because again, we didn't get to see everything that was in that previous bill that everybody said no to. There has to be a reason that some of these people on the Republican side said no. There had to still be something in there that they were not okay with. From what I've been reading, a lot of these people, it's 38 Republicans. So you had 38 Republicans who voted no against the bill that got put through yesterday that Donald Trump was very excited for and really wanted to push through. You had Nancy Mace vote no, and you had Thomas Massie vote no. And here's the thing with Thomas Massie voting no. This is, I'm going to read you some of the comments that were left behind after this happened. This person said, this is somebody named American Dad. They were replying to Sarah, a lady named Sarah on X. He said, even the clean bill was dirty. Nancy Mace had this one right. Some accounts got a little rowdy after yesterday and wanted to go torched earth under the adrenaline rush. Mainstream media is driven by viewers. Some influencers are too. Still got to be careful where you get your information, even here, meaning on X. And I agree with that completely, because like I was just saying, you have some people who are no against Democrats or no against Republicans just because it's not their party. And even if it's a good idea, they're going to tell you it's absolutely awful. If Biden came out right now with something absolutely amazing, I'd be like, yay, Biden. Like, it's all about what's right for the people, not about the person that brings it to the table. If Biden had been a decent president, I would still be, we're going Republican 100%, but at least I would say Biden's been decent. He's done something good here or there. I can't really think of much though, so that's why we don't have that conversation. But this one here says, Massie voting no got my attention. First time, maybe ever, I've thought about, let's hear this politician out. He has earned the benefit of the doubt. Another one says, I disagree with Trump on this. Pass a simple bill to fund the current government as is. Give funding to disaster relief. Sort the rest out in January, which is what a lot of people wanted, right? And this one said, I heard the replacement bill was around 109 pages when it could have been 9 or less. People, just rabidly backing every decision Trump makes is lazy. At least do a tiny bit of homework and think for yourselves. And I agree on that as well. I will not always agree with Donald Trump. I do not at all agree with him putting Dr. Oz in any form of his cabinet, because Dr. Oz is complete trash. Dr. Oz was a huge pusher of the vaccine. He was a huge pusher of transgender and children and stuff like that, and that's not okay with me. I do not agree with Trump on this one at all. Again, this could also be, we've talked about before, Trump's way of highlighting the people that need to lose the positions they currently hold or need to lose the support that they have. It's possible some of these people are being brought into the light so they can be looked at deeper and from there be canceled, which is a left term obviously, but that could be an option as well. But Sarah Fields, that's who I was talking about on X, she posted, Trump is not my God, sometimes he gets it wrong. And now you're calling to primary some of the best we have in Congress because they chose to stay true to conservatism and voted no on a bill that was still full of pork and would have raised the debt ceiling. Just because Trump backed it? I want you to really think about this before you respond. A lot of people, we talked about it yesterday, that they were going to extend what Trump wanted in the bill, the CR bill that went out yesterday, was he wanted to extend the debt ceiling by 2 years, which would give him time to get in and make the changes that needed to be made because they're going to cost money. But on the other hand, we're already at like what, $38 trillion in debt. What would happen if we had 2 more years where there was no debt ceiling and more money could get spent? It's not a good thing at the end of the day. If you sit there, if you like literally step back and think about it, it's not a good thing, because that's more money that's having to come out of your pocket and my pocket to cover whatever gets done over the next 2 years spending wise. It is a plus and a minus at the same time. It's a plus if it gets denied, because we know where the ceiling is and hopefully people will work to stay under it. But if it's approved, it could also be a plus, because then Donald Trump will have more leeway to get in and do the things that need to be done, like the money it's going to take to deport the illegal immigrants. But also you have to take into consideration how much money has already been kind of set aside to bring them in and keep them housed and fed and everything else like that. So it's not really necessary to raise the debt ceiling if you just reimagine the money. Take it from here and move it to here. You're going to spend way less to deport than you did to basically import them all and feed and house and whatever them. So anyway, I don't know enough about that to go crazy with it. That's just my thoughts and opinions on that one. But besides all that, you have, let's see, what's this? Hold on, there's more. Oh, wait, I've lost my spot. Oh, this lady, Representative Rosa DeLauro, whatever, the Democrat, she's batshit crazy, y'all. She is batshit crazy. And it's not a purple hair thing. You can have purple hair and be perfectly normal, but unfortunately, it has not worked for her. I want y'all to hear what this woman has to say. And this is what's wrong with a lot of people on the left and whatever, but listen to her. Wait, play, work.
You also plan to make important investments to address the roadway safety crisis, including the critical funding that would accelerate the development, and this is an area I've written to you about, of the use of female dummies in crash testing. This will start to fight the gender inequity among vehicle safety.
On a crash dummy?
This budget also builds upon what's actualized.
Gender inequity in crash test dummies? What the fuck is she talking about? Like, why does it matter if it's a dummy with boobs or not, or a dummy with a vagina versus a dummy with a dick? Like, what's it matter? Why is this something that is being brought to the Senate floor? Like, why is this a thing? She wants to put money into having female crash dummies. Okay, so we can see how seatbelts can affect women's chests. Just make fat crash dummies and you're fine. It'll cover overweight people, it'll cover people with boobs, it'll cover dudes with boobs. And if you put everybody, like, the junk part shouldn't matter either. I don't know. I saw that and I was like, ma'am, do you not have anything better to do than this? Like, out of everything that's going wrong in this country, that's what you're worried about? That the passenger or the driver, because equal opportunity here, the passenger or the driver test dummy doesn't have long hair or fingernails, or, you know, and then, okay, so they say, let's make female crash test dummies. How do you make it equal? Do they all have A cups, B cups, C cups, triple Fs? Like, then you're literally splicing hairs there, ma'am. Absolutely ridiculous to me that is something that she felt the need to bring up the way that she did. Let's see if there's been any updates on statement from President Joe Biden on student debt cancellation for public service workers. All right, he just posted that. That's not what we care about. I'm trying to see if there's been any update on the voting. Nancy Mace says, just left the speaker's office after a productive conversation with our colleagues about the next steps to get this done. Optimistic. That was 34 minutes ago. Let's see. Congresswoman who missed 5 months of House. Nope, that doesn't matter. 50 seconds ago. We are not cutting deals with Democrats. This is Representative Anna Paulina Luna. The lies the MSN keeps spewing. Cancer research wasn't cut. It was a standalone bill that sits in the Senate that Chuck Schumer hasn't passed. This is why X is so important. Call out their damn lies. If the shutdown happens, it's on the Democrat. Okay, so let's see. Let's listen to this, because she just posted this less than a minute ago.
And we were very close
close to a deal. And what I will tell you is that we're going to be negotiating here. There'll be no deals with the Democrats. And so to lie to the American people, to pretend otherwise, it's just not going to happen. So you guys will get updates soon, but I just wanted to update you. We're not cutting deals with Democrats. We're going to work it out here. I do not believe the government's going to be shutting down, but you guys will see some great stuff, very similar to President Trump's plan yesterday.
What's your response to that? Say they're not cutting deals with Democrats.
Do we care about the MSM part?
I believe that that's what Elon Musk wants. And also...
Oh, I'm already done. Why are they making everything about Elon Musk? That's been my question. Everything seems to be based about Elon Musk. We talked about it yesterday. The View with Whoopi and Joy Behar basically saying that the whole point that Elon Musk is, the only reason why he's in with Trump and friends with Trump is because he and JD Vance are basically going to murder Trump and take over. Well, Elon Musk can't be president or vice president, so there's that. None of it makes sense. And Elon Musk they're basically pissed off that he gave a platform to people to have the ability to have conversations and speak out and understand what's going on and see what's going on, and that seems to bother them. That's the only reason why the left has any problem with Elon Musk right now, which is absolutely stupid, and it says volumes about them, speaks absolute volumes about them. Let's see if there's anything else that has come out. It's funny we say this. Elon Musk just posted this. He goes, I can't help it, I just can't. And it's a thing that says, it's because it's backwards. It says, everyone, don't do that. Elon Musk stepping on that, meaning he's doing that anyway. I think that's absolutely hilarious. I don't see anything else about what's going on right this second. So sad that's Chuck Schumer. We did that already. And all right, so for now, that's what we've got. There will be more obviously coming up. Nope. All right, so that's it for now. I have to be in a class in 10 minutes, so I love you guys immensely. Thank you for hanging out.
I'm very aligned with him, right? But the hatred just jumped right out of his soul.
Gonna do shit for you. See, there's an ecosystem, right? If you were formerly a progressive and you finally get tired of banging nails into cement walls with your forehead, trying to make believe that you're gonna get the Democratic Party to put policy forth that help black people, you end up here. And but I gotta get to my first thing, okay? My first thing that I wanna address, and that's gonna be the Three Stooges. Let's address the video that I put out a few days ago. It's about TYT and TYT, the claims of TYT had moved to the right. And people were complaining about that. And one of those people was Mondale Robinson. My initial critique, you just found out Jake was phony? That's my critique.
Genesis.
All I said was I had one question. How could she take my name off without me agreeing to it? And you said you had to get a lawyer. You already answered the question.
Your house is, your part of that house has a value of $80,000. Okay? So she won't the house. She got to give you a check for how much?
80,000.
Shit, you can ask for 85. You can ask for, you get the house appraised. And they'll come and tell you how much it's worth, and it's divided by 2 in front of the judge. He's going to say, Gigi, do you want her half of that deed? And she say, yeah. So you got the check for whatever the amount that the judge say it is amount for. And then she say, yeah, then she got to give the check to the judge get the check to you. That's how it works.
Right. Trying to think. I don't know, we'll see. But all she said was, "We're done." She just kept saying, "Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. No, I'm done. Yeah, we're done. Find somebody whoever you was talking to pay your insurance this month. We're done. She was just doing all that. I was like, okay.
Do that in the third. Yeah, that's why I say get gone.
She was just getting too. They were just very like the way she reacted to the situation was very sensitive.
Well, see, when people figure out stuff, they get mad.
Right, because that's what's so funny. I didn't even say what all I knew. I was like, okay, so I wouldn't be able to just up and leave and move to North Carolina because my name is on the house and my grandma wouldn't be able to legally take my name off the house without me. So I can't just up and leave. As she walked in on me saying that, yes, I can. Yes, I can. I'm like, dude, you don't even know what's going on right now. You don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm trying to figure out if I want to stay in Georgia or not, and should I keep the name in my house? Like, my name on the house.
Right, I'm with you, but now you know what to do, don't you?
Yeah,
it's time
I get it.
Let her have that house as long as she wants that house. Pay your taxes, and you'll save money if you just go on to Durham and finish your schooling and get your job right. And then after all the smoke clears, turn around and look what's going on. Let that problem. That's her problem. So tell Nicole what you're gonna do, and if I were you, I'd drive my car. Well, you got to figure out from your guidance counselor when it's the right time to transfer. You need to transfer.
I'm gonna finish my year out, my last semester at Fort Valley, and then if I decide to still stay in school, I'll
talk to your guidance counselor because they have the necessary tools to get you in NCCU at the right time. So the guidance counselor is so important for what you're trying to do, and then that'll give you a timeline. They'd be already called NCCU. They'd be already expecting you, and it'll be a nice, smooth transition. And just leave your grandma alone. Say hi, say happy birthday, say Merry Christmas when it's time to say so. Until then, just leave her alone. Because right now she is trying to grind an axe to get you to help her pay for that goddamn house. That loan, not the house, but the loan. That loan belongs to her, and that's what it is. She know you don't start figuring shit out. The smoke clear. You just can't be played with, and that's why people get mad when people can't use you. And you'll learn it's mostly family. When family figure out they can't use you no more, they get mad. They don't want nothing to do with you. You're not useful to her no more. And you're her grandchild, which is embarrassing on her part to even put $25,000 on your head at 19 years old. That's not your fault. That's her fault.
It's funny. It's not even a $25,000. It was the whole $55,000.
Yeah, but her half is 50. The whole thing is 55. She's trying to get you to pay half.
But she was trying to get me to pay the whole $55,000.
Oh God, that's even fucking worse.
Yeah, she divided $55,000 from, let's say I stay here for 30 years, and that's how much rently month I was paying every month with him. To basically pay the whole $55,000.
Working you like a slave. That's your own grandchild working like a slave. That is so wrong. Leave that house alone and pay your taxes. That's what you do.
All right.
Where you at now? You still down there?
Yeah, she's gone though. We got the family dinner at 6:30, but I really don't even want to go. Like, I feel like it's gonna be tension. I don't know.
Well, that's how family is.
I really don't care to go. I really don't. I just need a break. Like, at this point, I need a drink. Pass me the Black and Out.
Yeah, people try to manipulate each other, man. Especially family. They are the worst.
Right. And she keep talking about all she going through, like I'm not going through stuff too. Like, I'm 19 figuring out half the stuff you still figuring out. Like, please put yourself in my shoes. We both going through stuff. I hate when people say I'm going through stuff. We all are. As a 19-year-old, I shouldn't even be trying to figure out where I need to be staying. I should be in my room at my mom's house. Like, come on now.
Oh Lord, I'm gonna pay this $55,000.
Right. Oh, my grandma don't want to pay my car insurance no more. Oh Lord.
That's
like, okay, I get it. You were helping me out. Yes. Like, okay, cool. I went to college. I stopped working, and you said you'll help me out and pay for it. You get a little attitude. You talk about something.
That's more reason to go ahead and get. That's more reason to go ahead and get started with your 911 job ASAP.
Yeah, I know. I most definitely know, but I need to finish school first. I'm going back to work on January 9th, so I'm gonna be making something. Like, go back to Cookout January 9th. But and then I'll start the 911 job in May.
You know what you're doing. You just know that you're not paying your insurance, so you need to come up with it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna figure something out. I don't know.
You just need to get back to work. That's all.
Exactly, but I know. But I still got what is it? I can't get back to work until I get back to school. Nobody's hiring me to work for 2 weeks.
Poor baby. Sound like the rest of us.
Which is sad.
Yeah, that's the. Hey, welcome to the real world. Don't you wish you was back in school?
I was going through this in school too, Brandon. Let's be so for real.
This is shit we go through all day long. Shit, I'm sitting here worried about my insurance too. I got $1 million worth of insurance coverage. I have to pay that shit every month. So yeah, welcome to the club. That's all you do when you owe. You pay bills and then you die.
Right. It's all good.
Welcome to the club. I wish I was back in high school. Trust me. And it just gets worse, because then your kids get problems, somebody get in trouble, somebody
Who do you have?
What?
Who do you have? Who is your car insurance with? Do you think Progressive is good? Because I'm ready to get from
I'm with Allstate. Allstate pay me for driving safely. They pay you back for driving safely. So that's why I'm with Allstate.
I think I've seen something like that. I was looking at Progressive. I think Progressive trying to charge me basically $200 a month. But yeah, since she keep threatening me with that too. Yeah, and if you get a new car, you might as well get off my insurance, girl. It was already in my mind to have no dealings with you with anything.
No, she did.
Yeah, and then we got my bank account. When I was 15, she got a bank account like she put. I have my own bank account, but I'm like up under her. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. She got her hands in all your shit.
Basically. So trust me, I've been trying to work on getting all this off for the longest. Like, this is nothing new.
Yeah. That's sad, man, to be abusing your granddaughter like that.
And using everything against me. Like, girl, I'm ready to stop now.
She's probably using your credit card too.
No, she's not doing that one. I can see all that. I got my own score.
Yeah, but I guess we done with the house until because you don't need all that extra stress when you're trying to go to college. You're trying to build a life for yourself. That's unnecessary stress.
Literally, she claimed I'm stressing her. Okay, cool. Separate.
See ya. Holla. My half is down at what's the name of the county? Upson County. I paid Upson County. We holla. Peace. And if she want the lights come on, if she want the lights to stay on, she gotta pay. She want the water to stay on, she gotta pay. If she gonna be going out there, she gotta pay. Cause you ain't there, you ain't gotta pay. You ain't gotta pay until the day you move in, and that's when you move in. If you move in. If you
that's what she was saying. She kept saying you're not moving in until May anyway.
I already know when you moving in, huh? Telling you what you gonna do. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, you got to go. That's too much control. Well, at least you know what you're doing. Proud of you. But now you know another thing you learned today. Keep your goddamn mouth closed. Don't tell people your business. I don't care if it's Eli's too. Just keep your business in your mouth. Cause you never know who's listening or who's listening to who listening. You know?
Yeah, you right. But so if I stay quiet 24/7, how do I
talk to me then? Stuff? Talk to me. Who the hell I'm gonna tell? Just get in your car and call me. Just get inside your car and call me.
That's true as well. But, same with Eli. Who is he going to tell?
Well, still, Eli ain't family.
Okay.
Your granddaddy got your back. I'm not like your grandma. See, I'm from New York. We loyal. We cover for our family. We stick up for our family. I'm gonna make sure you get what's coming to you, and I have your best interest. That's why you get in the car, close the door, and call me and tell me what the hell's on your mind. There's nothing that you can tell me that I don't know. Okay?
All right.
So when you want to get some answers, you might as well call me. You don't have to tell Eli your business because you don't know what Eli's thinking about. Remember, he got a kid. Remember, you know, he might be all good and dandy, but love is blind as a motherfucking Genesis. Long as they got you all blinded, they ain't no. When that nigga closed the door, you don't know what he really doing. But when it comes to family, there is no reason I want bad to come to you. So there's no reason why you can't tell me everything because I don't want nothing from you. But you don't know what his real motive is. You already know what your grandma's motive is, and that's just absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. So just keep your mouth closed, and if you gotta open it, get in the car and call me.
All right.
Yeah. Mind your business like everybody else, and you get so far ahead. Because when people know your business, my grandma say, if you got business, you got business. But the moment you open your mouth and tell someone, you don't have any business. You feel me? And people use your business against you. And once you tell them everything, then they start using it against you, bringing it up and telling other people and talking behind your back. But if you keep your mouth closed, nobody got nothing to say about you because you ain't said nothing. That's the biggest piece of wisdom I'm giving you from my grandmama. She told me that one a long time. Keep your goddamn mouth closed. There's some hateful people in here, and it seems like your grandma is one of the most hateful ones. Who would think of putting the kind of debt on their grandchild? Damn. So I gotta work to the 22nd. If you're going to North Carolina with me, I'm leaving on.
Wait, what?
I'm leaving on the 22nd.
Why are you leaving? Why are you leaving on the 22nd? Why can't we leave on the 26th?
Because I added a customer this morning.
No, I'm saying why we can't leave the 26th?
The day after Christmas?
Yeah, that's when I was going out there to begin with.
What's on the 26th? I mean, why does it have to be after Christmas?
Because we opening our gifts down here. There's no gifts up there until
I was going to take our gifts up there.
How are we going to take them up there if the ones that's getting sent to you not here yet?
I'm taking them back till they on the way to the house.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm not having Christmas at my house.
No, granted, I know that. I'm saying, like, I thought... Wait a minute.
When LaShawn did what she did, I canceled Christmas. I told Nicole last night, we just coming up there. We going to my sister's house, and that's where Nicole going to pick you up at. To go to her house. We just go to my sister's house for Christmas.
Where does your sister stay?
Down the street from my mama. My mama's house too small. But I'm leaving. I want to leave on the 22nd.
So, and when are you going back home?
I don't know. Shit. I don't have a job, man.
I know, but I thought Auntie Nicole spent our gifts to your house.
The gifts are going to be with us when we go back up there in the car.
Oh, she already sent them?
She already shipped them. I'm waiting on them to show up.
When they going to come?
When they get here. Hopefully they'll be here before the 25th. She said she already shipped them, so it got to be showing up either today, tomorrow, or before Christmas. But hopefully they get here on the 21st. If they here by the 21st, then we can leave on the 22nd. Just put the shit in my car and take it back up there. Figure deal me?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was very upset about that little comment about, hey, my family, she said my family make her uncomfortable and she wanted to get a hotel room. I said, you know what? You don't have to get a hotel room. We'll just go to Fayetteville. Shit. You got to buy, you ain't even got to cook. Because I was going to cook a deep fried turkey and all that. She fucked all that up. She don't know what she did. Now she can either go to New York and spend time with her family, or she can stay in this house all by herself because we gonna be gone. She want time to herself, I'm gonna give her some time to herself. Trust me. I need to go to the dollar store and get my neighbor a Merry Christmas card.
What type of insurance should I have? Like,
is the car paid for?
Dude, Granddaddy, the Jeep.
Is it paid for?
Yeah.
The law only requires you to have liability. You do not have to have collision.
I don't have to have collision. So I keep that at $0, collision and comprehensive?
Yep, we just need liability in case you hit somebody. That's the only reason. That's only reason why you want insurance with a car that's paid for, in case you hit somebody.
So liability, insurance it covers it if I hit somebody?
Right.
So it don't covers if I get hit.
Their insurance got to pay for you getting hit. You follow? If somebody hits you, they got to pay for hitting you. If you hit somebody, you got to pay for hitting them. It's called liability. Collision is if you just so happen to run into your house.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Then you got to pay for it. Go ahead.
What it says metal? Okay. What is uninsured? Okay, never mind. Uninsured motorist is when they don't have insurance and they hit me, they cover it.
Uninsured motorist is if somebody riding around here with no insurance and they hit you, you cover it.
Okay, what is medical payments if I'm injured?
Yep.
Okay. So they said, and this one will be $232, and that's with medical payments, and then the uninsured motorist thing.
And that's with Progressive?
Yes, and then it's $202 if I. Oh well, yeah, I still get it, but I think it's lower though.
Go with the lower number.
500 deductible, but it says medical payments not covered.
Well, and that's a risk you take, but take the lower number. Yeah, take the lower number. Shit.
Oh, okay. So the only thing I'm risking is if I get hurt, they're not paying for it.
Right. And we hope that you can drive with some sense.
Exactly, but if insurance, don't they cover that anyway?
If what?
Medical. What's the point of having the car insurance pay for that
because when the car insurance cover the car?
No, granted, listen. I'm saying, so I can go ahead and go. I'm not really taking the risk going with the lower one because they said if I get in an accident and I get hurt, they'll pay for it. But if I don't get that,
that's the one for $232.
No, $202. If I don't pay for that, it don't matter because I still have health insurance. So whether I'm hurt or not, I'm still going to get covered.
Do you have health insurance anyway?
My health insurance policy starts January 1st.
With who?
US. I don't know.
So you have medical insurance outside of this policy, right?
Outside of the car insurance,
you
right?
you don't need the medical insurance on the car, right?
Exactly. Yeah, it's U.S. Health. That's my Medicaid.
Yeah, you don't need that if you already got it.
Okay then. So then that's gonna be $202.
There you go. So smart.
Wait, hold on. What's 186? Oh, 186 is if they don't have insurance, they're not covering it.
Just go.
If I get hit by somebody, go with 182.
Yeah, go low. Yeah. Do what you do.
So what do I do when the person hit me and they don't have insurance? Who pays for that? I gotta pay for that?
Yeah, that's in the liability. Yeah. Your insurance will cover them hitting you. And they'll sue them. Because they're supposed to have liability. You can't drive without liability. They won't give you a tag unless you got liability. You figure deal me?
Yeah, I think that's what it's trying to say. So if that person don't have no insurance, they
don't have no insurance, they have no business on the road.
Okay, right. So will I get paid for my car?
Yeah, they get sued. That's a criminal act.
Oh, yeah, that's true. So, but when do my car get fixed?
when the lawsuit settles. That's why. That's when your insurance company sue that person for not having insurance. Figure deal.
Okay, so instead of them just paying for it, they sue them.
Yeah, and once they get that money, then you get your check for damages, because the damages to your car is also in the lawsuit. So they'll have your car appraised, and it most likely be written off as totaled because of how old it is. And then they have to pay for your car being totaled. Then they have to pay the fines for driving without insurance. They be suspended. They can't drive anymore. They be just totally fucked. You get caught driving with no insurance, that's your ass. No liability, that's your ass. That's illegal. Everybody out here got liability. You feel me? And for you to be out here with no insurance is a violation of the state law. Next question.
When I cancel my I think I'm with State Farm. When I cancel that, will it go through the whole 6 months then end?
At the end of the termination date, effective, what it say, effective till. So if you cancel, you're still good until that date is expired. You covered until that date.
And then that's when I...
Right. You better have some insurance on by the time that date happens. You there? You there? You there?
Hello?
And my beeswax. Woo. I got to pee too. Do you have to pee every time you get out of the car?
No.
Oh, wait till you get old then. You doing that walk. Get this dude. Tells me to miss the light. Y'all make me miss that light, I'm gonna kick y'all ass. I'm all the way over here ready to go in front of you. They gonna fuck around and find out. I got a customer tomorrow and a customer Sunday. I'll be done for the holidays. Fuck around and find out.
So, well, right now I'm just looking at, I think I'm gonna go with Progressive. That's the cheapest one I see so far with 182.
There you go. And take that 182, write it down, and then see what Allstate say. It's a whole lot of insurance companies.
Allstate said 302.
Oh, damn.
Right.
Damn, I guess that made a decision for you.
Huh?
So much for that, Thank ya. Moving on. Yeah. Thank ya. There's too many damn people around here. Get out the way. Tacos.
I need to figure out oh yeah, and remove my bank account from her.
Come on. Looking at me, get on out the way. People want to look at you while they coming by, knowing they in my way. They want to look at you, let me know they in the way.
All right, Granddaddy.
Yep.
So the Jeep says if the G says the insurance is effective till, like, let's just say February, but if I cancel it today, it's still gonna be effective till January.
That is correct.
Even if I'm not paying it.
You've already paid.
I'm confused. How?
The effective date is the date that it expires. For the current you've already paid for the curve that you got now until that date.
So if I already paid for it, why do I still pay every month?
Call your agent.
Okay.
You paying by the month. That's different. Some people pay about every 6 months.
Oh, no, I pay every month.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a whole different scenario now. I pay every 6 months. Home, sweet home. Got to fuck with you niggas. You done. Latino. Everybody raking leaves.
Well, okay, Granny. When I figure out stuff, I'll call you back and update you.
All right, and when you feel like you want to tell your business, get in your car and give me a call.
All right.
Telling your business to everybody. What's wrong with you, girl?
Whatever.
Love you.